I feel like with a lot of these newer, gorier, and more kind of scarier movies that are out, a lot of people are forgetting the silent film era because they had some pretty good stuff back in the day, and back then that was probably the most horrifying thing they have seen. From like Nosferatu, The Hunchback, and for what we're talking about today, the Phantom of the Opera from 1925, a beautifully done movie that I have not seen in years. That is a movie that I have just been, it's just been a movie that I haven't seen at all. It's been a while since I've seen that one. And it's just really cool to see that Neca has decided to revisit this character. And it's such an iconic character, played by the legendary Lon Chaney. And it's so cool. It's such an awesome look for this character. There's been so many remakes of like the opera, with like what was it, the musical or something that came out, and there's just been so many iterations of this iconic character that yeah, I feel like they all hold up pretty well, but this original one with Lon Chaney is just top tier. I don't think anything can surpass it because it is pretty good, and I would love to see this one again. It's been so long, but we are here taking a look at Neca's version of the Phantom of the Opera. And I am very excited to look at this figure because this is a figure that I have been looking forward to. I did review a figure from Sideshow from like ever ago, along with the red dress Phantom as well, which I am really hoping that Neca does because I would love to see a Neca style of that look. So that would be really cool, but I did take a look at the Sideshow figure from back in the day. So it's going to be kind of cool to compare them in the end, but right now, we're taking a look at this, and I really hope this is it's good. I'm really hoping they did a good job on it. And from what I'm seeing so far, they did an excellent job. So if you guys are excited for this review, let me know if you guys have this figure. I know this figure's been out for a while, but what do you guys think about this figure? And also about this character, and what is your favorite silent film from the kind of silent film era of horror? Because Nosferatu is up there. I do need to watch it again, but I think if I had like a little tier list of the ones that I've watched kind of recently, it would probably go Nosferatu, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, probably Hunchback and Phantom, because I haven't seen the Phantom in a long time, but I probably think that the Phantom would be above the Hunchback because I love the Hunchback, but it's just not my favorite in those four that I've seen. And yeah, I'm very excited to take a look at this figure. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe if you guys like this review. If not, that is totally fine. Again, we are almost at 500 subs. We are like 7 subs away from 500, and that's insane to think about. So thank you guys so much for all the support. And yeah, I'm very excited to take a look at this, guys. So let's just stop talking and let's get on to this figure. Of course, before we take a look at the actual figure in our little figure display area that we take a look at stuff, we take a look at the packaging first. And right off the bat, I have to say this is a beautiful packaging. This one is definitely worth displaying. I do have the rest of the Universal Monster figures kind of front window displayed on top of my kind of wall, and I am very excited to add this one because this is a beautiful look, and I absolutely love this poster art. It's always been, this is such an iconic look for me because this one was on the DVD that I watched as a kid, and it just looks so cool. It looks exactly how I remember it. I love that the characters are just kind of in the background here. I love that the Phantom is just like stalking the character in the water. That is just beautiful, and it's so creepy, and I absolutely love it. And I love the red cape as well that just kind of like flows through the water here. It's very nice. It's very beautiful kind of artwork here that I really do enjoy. At the top says Phantom of the Opera, and yet at the side you have a picture of the figure there. As the other side you have another picture of the figure, and then a bunch of images of the figure back here. And on the camera, it makes his skin tone look a little bit more flesh-like, but it's a lot more paler than it is than what you're seeing now. Of course, you have everything right here. This apparently did fall off which kind of sucks. But it does look pretty cool. I love seeing all those heads. I think that was the biggest thing that really kind of caught me off guard, is the amount of head sculpts that this figure comes with is like amazing. And that's what got me really excited for this look. So let's get this guy out of the box here. And there he is. His cape is already out of the box, but I want to show off this little spot here, which is basically the little background, which is basically just a staircase with a bright light from the top and darkness all around. I think that's pretty cool. I really do like that. Looks like one of the catacombs he would, go out of. And it looks really promising that this figure is going to be awesome, because already, right off the bat, Neca kills it with their head sculpts, and I cannot wait to take a look at this guy closer. But he comes with a big amount of accessories, and I cannot wait. And of course, I already have the cape out, because he does come with a cloth cape, which we will see in just a little bit. So let's take a look at the accessories over at the review spot. Review spot sounds very weird, because that's like another YouTuber that I watch his name. The review corner. There we go. Let's go over to the review corner and let's take a look at this figure a little bit closely. So here are all of his little accessories that he does come with, and honestly, it doesn't look like a lot, but he does come with so many head sculpts, and I adore that, because, you know, during the silent film era, they would always have to, like, you know, express a lot with their face, and I feel like this character definitely did. And that's why you need so many face sculpts. And he comes with 5 of them. 5 is a ridiculous amount of number of head sculpts. And I think it's the most I've seen in a figure. If I'm not mistaken, 5 head sculpts. God, she scared the hell out of me. Oh my gosh, that actually kind of scared me a little bit. My little cat. I have a little outside cat, and you've probably seen her in the vlogs and stuff. But she's a little outside cat now, and she's been enjoying it. But every time she sees us, she just starts meowing at the window. But with how the lights are, like, it really like made her eyes glow, and that was pretty horrifying. So that really caught me off guard. So if you hear meowing in the background, it's whatever. But he does come with 5 different head sculpts, and that's nuts to just see, and I just absolutely adore that. He does come with these hand sculpts as well. He does come with 3 different pairs of hands. That's including the ones that are on him, and they look very nice. I really do like the texturing and the sculpting on them, and they're painted pretty nicely as well. I really do like them. He does come with like these gesturing hands, which I really do like. You know, you can get some pretty decent poses out of those. And he does come with the open palm hands that are pre-installed on the figure. This one, that's more for just holding stuff, and this one is kind of really, I don't know how to explain this. I feel like this one, or probably this one would be the one where he's like pointing at the chick that unveiled his mask for the first, unveiled his face for the first time. He also does come with a hat, which can be used for the figure as well, which I really do like the way it looks. It's sculpted very nicely, and I really do like the painting. I like the detailing on it as well. It's very hard to see in this lighting, but you can see that it's very nice. I really do like the little hat there. He does come with this, which is what we saw in the little poster of him breathing underwater. It's basically just that little tube that he puts his little snorkel. That's basically what it is. So he'll just be going around the water, just kind of stalking some people like a Looney Tunes character or something. But he does come with this very nice cape, which is a bendy wire cape. It bends all the way down to the seam here, which we'll see that in action a little bit. I already love this cape a lot more than I do Dracula's, because this one actually does have this whole little strap here, which is a plastic strap, which I really do appreciate. And it basically works the same way as Dracula's. It kind of snugs onto the neck part, but with this little piece here, it makes it to where it doesn't really go anywhere. So that is really cool. But yeah, that is all of his accessories, and we will be checking all of his head sculpts on this figure as well. But for right now, let's get this figure by himself out here, and let's take a little bit of a closer look at him. So here we have the Phatom himself, and I gotta say, This guy looks fantastic. I absolutely love the way he looks. Very simple design. He's very, very simple with the tuxedo, but that head sculpt is beautifully detailed. It looks exactly like Lon Chaney's iconic makeup that I believe he did himself. He always did a lot of the makeups that he, did right out of his own little kit and made himself. So I think that's really, really cool. We're gonna get a very close-up look at this head sculpt because this looks fantastic. I absolutely love the way this head sculpt looks, and it just looks so disgusting. like not to be mean or anything, but it looks gross. It looks like a gross character, and I really do like the way it looks. It's beautifully sculpted. I love how it looks all together, and I love how they painted the eyes too. The eyes are very nicely painted. I love the bald spot in the back. I think that's kind of cool. Very, very nice, and it just makes him look, I don't know, it just makes him look creepy, and that's basically the point of the character. He is a pretty little evil character, I would say, but again, I have not seen the movie in forever, so it's been a long time. But I really do like the outfit they have for him. It's very nicely sculpted. I really do like all the detailing and the wrinkling and the little bow tie as well. It all looks very nice, and it looks very formal, of course, because he lives right underneath the opera house, and he mainly wears this when he goes to the surface, because he's mainly in the sewers. So he wears this when he goes up, or he just wears this on every day. So I don't really know. But I really do like the head sculpt. It's very, very nice. And he does, of course, come with some extra ones, which we will take a look at now. So that is the first one. It pops off pretty easily with a ball joint there. And we have this next one, which this next one looks a little bit more like he's looking into the corner, like he's in the corner watching, the chick get rescued, I guess. I'm trying to remember the scenes, but it looks very creepy. I like the side eyes right here. I think that looks very, very creepy, and you definitely can... oh, that's nice. I really do like the shadowing right there, that it's looking right at the camera. It's creepy. It's a creepy head sculpt. I really do like the way it looks. I love the wrinklings. The wrinkling on this figure is beautiful, and I love that skin texturing. And I think it's probably the best Neca's done with these characters, because I really do like the way that he looks overall. I think the main thing that they really had to do and to get right was these head sculpts. So I think that's a lot of their planning here. But this one is more of a side eye on the other side, but a more evil grin, and I think that just looks really, really nice. And I think that's just like super, super creepy. You can like have his hands up or something to make it look like he's like doing some kind of creepy pose or something. Because he does a lot. He does a lot of creepiness in this movie. Have that slight head tilt. Oh yeah, that's nice. I really do like the way this looks. It's so cool. It's such a neat figure already. I could tell that I am just overall enjoying this figure. He does come with his fourth one right here, which is, if I can kind of pop it on a little bit more, this is his shocked expression, which I believe is just based on his look when he is unveiled for the first time, when he's playing the piano and he has his mask on, and the lady takes it off, and he's just like in shock that she did that, and it just looks very nice. I really do like the way it looks overall, and it's very creepy. I've said this many times about this figure, but it's a very creepy look, and I really do like him. But that's really cool. He also does come with this head as well, which this is his masked head sculpt, which is super, super cool. And this is seen on the original Sideshow figure, which I really do like, but this one is a lot more accurate. And you can see his teeth at the very bottom, and I just overall really do like the way it looks. And he's got this little cap on, which I'm pretty sure is what's holding the mask in place. But it looks really cool, and I really do like the sculpted teeth at the bottom that you can see through this kind of clear plastic part here, which is supposed to be like a cloth piece. But it just looks, it's so cool looking. I really do like the way this this head sculpt looks. And of course you can accommodate this head sculpt with the hat as well, which looks pretty nicely proportioned. I think it might be a little big, just a tiny bit, but not overly big. But yeah, I think it works pretty well. And I really do like this head sculpt. So moving on to his next accessory is his little cloth cape piece here. And putting this on, it is kind of a sleeve look, so you do have the sleeves here as well. So you pretty much just tuck this into his neck like so, and you can have it as more of a cape, but you can also put the his arms through the sleeves, which are right in here, and you just slide that on like this, and there we go. Let's see if I can get this other arm through with ease. And it is a nice stretchy material. So it goes right over very, very nicely. And let's put that there, put that there, and then we'll put this right here. Let's try and just straighten this out a little bit. And he does have a little piece right here, which I'm gonna have to like snip that off just a little bit, probably after the review, because I don't have any scissors on me at the moment. But if we have that piece on, and then let's see, which head sculpt do we want? Probably just standard. Let's give him the standard look here. There we go. So there's that. And there he is with the little coat on. And I think that this looks very nice on him. I actually really do like the way this looks. And of course, you do have the bendy wires here, so you can kind of have it go whichever way you want it to. And I think that overall looks very nice. And you can put the hat on to this figure as well, which I actually really do like. I really do like this hat on the regular head sculpts, and I think that just looks super, super cool. But yeah, it's a fun figure. I really do like the material that they use for this cape. It's very shiny. It's just overall very nice, and I just really like it on the figure. And yeah, it really doesn't hinder any posability at all, and it just feels nice, you know, compared to the original one, which we'll bring out in just a second. It just feels a lot more nicer, and yeah, a lot more newer. So that is a plus right there. But it's very nice. It's a very nice figure. I really do like it. Getting the snorkel onto his body, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need like the actual grabby hand here, and we'll keep the cloth on here. But boom, and we'll pop this onto here like so, and it's super, super simple to do that. And I'm pretty sure you gotta plug it in or slide it in. I'm gonna slide it in through this way. I think it might be a little easier if I try to slide it in. And boom, you know, there's a little stick here, and I'm pretty sure if you get it just right, you can kind of make it look like he's been snorkeling or something. Yeah, that's basically a nice little accessory. I really do like that. This is a accessory that I really do like, but I don't know what I'd use it for, to be honest. It's very cool looking, but I don't know. I don't know what I'd use it for, and I really don't think he comes with anything else, really. But I really do like it. I love that it is included. I just cannot wait for Neca to do the red dress. I think the red dress looks amazing, and I would love to see Neca do their get their hands on that one. That would be really cool to see. And you don't even need like extra heads, really, because you already have these ones. But if they did add extra heads, they would have to be new sculpts, because I'm pretty sure you can get some new ones. I'm pretty sure you can get a lot more evil looking ones than these ones. But it's so cool. I still really think that this figure alone looks really nice, and it's a cool like little startup till you get that red dress, because I love that red dress. All right, I've said that a million times already, but that red dress version is so cool. So now let's bring out this version And let's try and get the camera up just a tiny bit. This is the original Sideshow figure from back in the day. And you can see that there are some big differences compared to the two. So this is his first head sculpt that this figure does come with. And it's very nice. I really do like it. But I think they did a lot better when, I'm bringing it up again, when they brought in the red dress version. Because this one does look pretty nice, but this newer one that they have looks a little bit more closer to the version from the movie. In terms of like the color wise and the skin tone, so you can see that there's a pretty big difference, but I really do like the sculpt work on it. They just could have done a tiny bit better with the paint. That's just how I feel, but I do have a review on this on the channel, and you guys can check that out. But you can see that they pretty much have the exact same outfit on, and you can compare the capes as well. This one feels more, I don't know what you would say, this one feels kind of more silky in a way. And then this one feels a lot more like, I don't know, cotton or something. But it's kind of hard to say. I'm not really good on my fabrics, but it does look pretty cool. And I really do like it. Let's see if I can get that exact same pose as this figure has. And that's as close as I can get to replicating its original pose. And I think it looks awesome. I really do like the way they both look. And yeah, I'm definitely tempted to kind of leave them like this. I would love to kind of try and replicate the Sideshow's poses and see how they do. If you did have this original figure, you also do have the stand for this figure as well. So if you guys wanted to, I don't think the peg is quite big enough for that, but you can have him have his own display base, which I'm kind of tempted to do. I had somebody ask me, I forgot who it was, but I did have somebody ask me where you could find these stands, and they do come with the original Sideshow figures, but sadly I can't find them on my own. I tried looking for some to see if they actually did have some separately, and yeah, they don't, which is kind of sucky, and he kind of stands up pretty well on his own, which I actually really do like. But yeah, it's really cool to see him on the stand, and I love the little display base here. I think this is a really cool look. So let's take the little coat off and compare their like little outfits as well as their alternate head sculpts. So here they are in their alternate modes, and I gotta say, the Sideshow one is horrifying. I forgot just how horrifying the Sideshow one is. It looks like a mannequin or like a dummy. But this one definitely looks a lot better. That is a pretty good update, but you can see that there's just a big difference on how their outfits are, just from like, you know, years apart. You could tell just how much, you know, toy companies improve on their stuff. And I know they're not the same company. This is Sideshow, this is Neca, but it's just so cool to see, you know, two companies, you know, do the same thing but completely different, especially, you know, older figures. I love seeing older figures, you know, be made and then just completely be, you know, kind of redone, I guess. I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see older figures and newer figures side by side. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. But it's pretty cool. You can see just the big difference between the two. Unfortunately, with the on the Sideshow one, you cannot remove the hat. The hat is permanently attached to the this figure. But with this one, you can, of course, you can remove that hat. And yeah, that's basically it for this entire look for this figure. It's a pretty cool comparison. I will say that Neca definitely blew Sideshow out of the water with this one, as they usually do. But yeah, I'm going to take a look at the posability real quick, because this figure does have some pretty decent posability. And then we'll do a little bit of comparison with some other Universal Monster figures. So posability on this figure is pretty simple. We've seen it many, many times, but he does have a ball joint at the very top of the head, and there's also a neck movement as well. So he's got 2 points of articulation in the neck part, which can make him look up that far, down that far, some side to side, and of course the swivel. He does have a more movement that can go out that far. He can do a full rotation. He's got a swivel at the elbow. He has got a bend at the elbow as well. He's got a swivel at the wrist with a hinge joint as well. He's got a, I guess that you can count that as a waist swivel, or stomach swivel. So there's that right there. He does have a pretty decent spread, which I really do like. His leg can kick out that far. His back leg can kick out about that far, which is pretty decent. He has a bend at the knee, a up and down at the foot, and a pivot. So posability is very, very simple. We've seen it a million different times on the figures, but you can get him into so many good poses that I definitely really do enjoy. And yeah, I think that Neca really just blew it out of the water with this guy. I think they did such a good job, and I really do feel like that this Universal Monster line has been in a beautiful spot with Neca, and I really hope that they do continue to keep doing what they're doing. I know that they're coming out with a couple other kind of Universal Monster figures, as well as some other beautiful horror figures. I think Neca and horror are just so good together, and they just pretty much anything that they really touch is just beautifully done. And I have to give props to Neca that they are doing an amazing job with these figures, especially these Universal Monster figures, because this brand means so much to me, and the fact that they are doing such an amazing job with every single release they do, it's so cool to see. And I do want to see them do a lot more horror figures. More to come, you know. So of course I have to do a little bit of a comparison before we end today's video, and here he is next to the Frankenstein monster by Neca, of course. Here he is next to Bela Lugosi's Dracula, which is really cool. And here is Lon Chaney next to his son, Lon Chaney Jr., and they both look pretty cool together. I really do like the father and son dynamic here, and it just looks so cool. And just because I had him right next to me, here is Art the Clown right next to our figure. And Art's a pretty big dude, so he stands up pretty tall. Neca, please hear me out. Please hear me. Listen, Neca, you need to do an Art the Clown figure. You could do so many head sculpts with this figure. It would be amazing. So, hey, come on, give him the Phantom of the Opera treatment. Give him like 5 head sculpts. There's so many different head sculpts you can get. Just do it, man. This is still a cool figure. I still really love this figure. This figure is a 5 out of 5. There's nothing else that I can really think of that they could do good on this figure. They've already done everything else that I think is. I think this figure's top tier. This is a top tier figure. Neca is still blowing it out of the water with these Universal Monster figures, and I think that they did a beautiful job on the Phantom of the Opera. And it's such a good representation of the figure. Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see, like, past actors, especially like Lon Chaney. It'd be kind of weird to, like, go back in time and be like, hey, they made a figure of you, and they would just see it, and the likeness to him would just probably blow them away, really. But it'd be kind of cool. That's probably what I'd do. That'd be one thing I'd do if I had a time machine. Go back to these famous characters and show them their figure that they got, and it'd just be interesting to see their reaction to it. So this is a beautiful figure, and this is a beautiful pose that I have him in. I actually really love this, that I'm probably going to keep him like this. I want stands. I want stands like these, because these are really cool stands. But yeah, 5 out of 5. I think this figure's the bomb. I think this figure's awesome. But that is pretty much going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I have a lot more figure reviews coming very soon, and I have a pretty cool one next week, or for Monday, I should say, or Friday. Is it Friday? I think it's Friday. I think I have a decent one on Friday, but Monday I have a pretty cool one that I'm excited for. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys did enjoy this review, and yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next one.